In today's digital world, our personal data is more valuable than ever. With the rapid advancement of artificial intelligence, companies are constantly seeking new data sources to train their models. This means that your online activities, messages, and even photos could potentially be used to improve AI systems. Understanding why protecting your data is important is the first step. Not only does it safeguard your privacy, but it also helps prevent misuse or unauthorized access. In this video, we'll explore practical steps you can take to ensure your personal information isn't used to train AI without your consent. Let's begin by understanding the risks involved. Artificial intelligence systems rely on vast amounts of data to learn and improve. This data often comes from everyday users like you. When you interact with websites, apps, or social media platforms, your actions can be collected and analyzed. Companies may use this information to train AI models, sometimes without your explicit knowledge. It's important to recognize that even seemingly harmless data, like search queries or uploaded images, can contribute to AI development. By understanding how your data is used, you can make more informed decisions about what you share online. Personal data encompasses a wide range of information. This includes your name, email address, phone number, photos, messages, browsing history, and even your location. Some data is more sensitive, like financial records or health information. AI systems may use any of these data types to improve their capabilities. Being aware of what qualifies as personal data helps you identify what needs protection. The more you know about the types of data at risk, the better equipped you'll be to safeguard your privacy. When your personal data is used to train AI without your permission, several risks arise. Your information could be exposed in data breaches or used to create detailed profiles about you. In some cases, AI models might inadvertently reveal private details if not properly managed. This can lead to identity theft, targeted advertising, or even discrimination. Understanding these risks highlights the importance of taking proactive steps to protect your data from being misused by AI systems. One of the most effective ways to protect your data is by reviewing the privacy policies of the services you use. These documents outline how your information is collected, stored, and potentially shared. Look for sections that mention data usage for AI training or third-party sharing. If a service's policy is unclear or seems invasive, consider whether you want to continue using it. Being proactive about reading privacy policies empowers you to make informed choices about your data. Most online platforms offer privacy settings that allow you to control what information is shared. Take the time to explore these settings and adjust them to limit data collection. You can often restrict access to your location, contacts, and other sensitive information. Some platforms even let you opt out of data sharing for research or AI training purposes. Regularly reviewing and updating your privacy settings is a simple yet powerful way to protect your personal data. Be mindful of the information you share online. Avoid posting sensitive details on public forums or social media platforms. When signing up for new services, only provide the necessary information. The less data you share, the lower the risk of it being used to train AI systems. Remember, once your data is online, it can be difficult to control how it is used or who has access to it. Practicing caution with data sharing is a key step in protecting your privacy. A strong password is your first line of defense against unauthorized access. Use unique, complex passwords for each account, combining letters, numbers, and symbols. Avoid using easily guessable information like birthdays or common words. Consider using a password manager to keep track of your credentials securely. By strengthening your passwords, you reduce the risk of your accounts being compromised and your data being accessed for AI training. Two-factor authentication, 2FA, adds an extra layer of security to your accounts. By requiring a second form of verification, such as a text message or authentication app, you make it much harder for unauthorized users to gain access. Even if your password is compromised, 2FA can prevent intruders from accessing your personal data. Enabling this feature on all your accounts is a simple yet effective way to enhance your data protection. Many third-party apps request access to your personal data, sometimes more than necessary. Before granting permissions, review what information the app is asking for and why. If an app seems suspicious or requests excessive access, it's best to avoid using it. Stick to trusted apps from reputable developers and regularly review the permissions you've granted. This helps prevent your data from being collected and used for AI training without your knowledge. Companies use various methods to collect data, including cookies, tracking pixels, and device fingerprinting. These tools can monitor your online behavior, sometimes without your explicit consent. Understanding how data is collected helps you identify potential risks and take steps to block or limit tracking. Use browser extensions or privacy-focused browsers to minimize data collection and keep your information safe from being used to train AI. Many services offer options to opt out of data sharing for research or AI training. Look for these settings in your account preferences or privacy dashboard. By opting out, you can prevent your data from being included in datasets used to train AI models. If you can't find an opt-out option, consider reaching out to customer support for assistance. Taking advantage of these features gives you more control over how your data is used. Under laws like GDPR and CCPA, you have the right to request deletion of your personal data from companies' databases. If you no longer use a service or want your data removed, submit a data deletion request. Companies are required to comply within a certain timeframe. This not only protects your privacy, but also ensures your data isn't used for AI training in the future. Always keep records of your requests for reference. Encryption is a powerful tool for protecting your personal data. Use messaging apps and email services that offer end-to-end encryption. This ensures that only you and the intended recipient can read your messages, keeping them safe from prying eyes and AI training datasets. Encryption adds a strong layer of security, making it much harder for unauthorized parties to access your private information. Cloud storage services are convenient, but they can also pose privacy risks. Before uploading sensitive documents or photos, check the provider's privacy policy regarding data usage for AI training. Use strong passwords and enable two-factor authentication for your cloud accounts. If possible, encrypt files before uploading them. These steps help ensure your personal data remains private and isn't used to train AI models. Data breaches can expose your personal information to unauthorized parties, including those training AI systems. Use tools like, "Have I been pwned?" to check if your data has been compromised. If you discover a breach, change your passwords immediately and monitor your accounts for suspicious activity. Staying vigilant helps you respond quickly and prevent further misuse of your data. Understanding how AI works and how it uses data empowers you to make better decisions about your privacy. Stay informed about new developments in AI and data protection laws. Follow trusted sources, attend webinars, or read articles on the topic. The more you know, the better you can protect yourself from having your data used without your consent. Some companies prioritize user privacy and do not use personal data to train AI. Look for services that are transparent about their data practices and offer strong privacy protections. Switching to privacy-focused alternatives for search, messaging, and storage can significantly reduce the risk of your data being used without your permission. Monitoring your account activity can help you spot unauthorized access early. Most platforms provide logs of recent logins and actions. If you notice anything unusual, take immediate action by changing your password and contacting support. Regular reviews help you maintain control over your data and prevent it from being misused for AI training. Public Wi-Fi networks are often less secure, making it easier for hackers to intercept your data. Avoid accessing sensitive accounts or sharing personal information when connected to public Wi-Fi. If you must use it, consider using a virtual private network, VPN, to encrypt your connection. This helps keep your data safe from being intercepted and potentially used for AI training. Social media platforms are major sources of data for AI training. Be selective about what you share and adjust your privacy settings to restrict who can see your posts. Avoid sharing personal details like your location, workplace, or daily routines. The less information you provide, the less likely it is to be used for AI development. Many platforms now require your consent before collecting or using your data for AI training. Pay attention to consent forms and pop-ups when signing up for new services. Read them carefully and only agree to data usage terms you're comfortable with. If you change your mind later, look for options to withdraw your consent in your account settings. Smart devices like speakers, cameras, and wearables often collect data to improve their services. Check the privacy settings on these devices and disable unnecessary data collection features. Regularly update device firmware to patch security vulnerabilities. Being cautious with smart devices helps prevent your data from being used to train AI without your knowledge. Anonymous browsing tools like Tor or private browsing modes help reduce the amount of data collected about you online. These tools prevent websites from tracking your activity and building detailed profiles. While not foolproof, anonymous browsing adds an extra layer of privacy, making it harder for your data to be used in AI training datasets. Free online services often make money by collecting and selling user data. Before signing up, research how the service is funded and what data it collects. If a service seems too good to be true, it may be using your data for purposes like AI training. Consider paying for services that prioritize privacy and have transparent data practices. Some companies claim to anonymize data before using it for AI training. However, anonymization isn't always foolproof, and re-identification is sometimes possible. Be cautious about sharing data even if it's promised to be anonymized. Understanding the limitations of anonymization helps you make better decisions about your privacy. Data portability allows you to download your personal data from a service and move it elsewhere. This right, protected by laws like GDPR, gives you more control over your information. Use data portability to review what data a company holds about you and decide if you want to keep using their service. It also makes it easier to switch to privacy-focused alternatives. When signing up for new services, consider using disposable or temporary email addresses. This limits the amount of personal information you share and reduces the risk of your data being used for AI training. Disposable emails are especially useful for one-time registrations or services you don't fully trust. Linking multiple accounts, such as using your social media to sign into other services, can increase the amount of data shared across platforms. This makes it easier for companies to build comprehensive profiles and use your data for AI training. Whenever possible, create separate accounts with unique credentials to limit data sharing. Online surveys and quizzes often collect more data than you realize. They may ask for personal details or access to your social media profiles. Before participating, consider what information you're providing and how it might be used. Avoid sharing sensitive data and only take quizzes from trusted sources. Data protection laws like GDPR and CCPA grant you specific rights over your personal information. These include the right to access, correct, delete, and restrict the use of your data. Familiarize yourself with these rights and use them to control how your data is handled. Knowing your legal protections is a powerful tool in preventing your data from being used for AI training without your consent. If you believe your data is being misused or your rights are being violated, contact your local data protection authority. These organizations can investigate complaints and enforce data protection laws. Reporting issues helps hold companies accountable and protects not just your data, but the privacy of others as well. There are many tools and organizations dedicated to helping users protect their privacy. These include browser extensions, privacy-focused search engines, and advocacy groups. Explore these resources to enhance your data protection strategies and stay informed about the latest privacy threats and solutions. App updates sometimes introduce new data collection practices. Before updating, read the release notes and check if there are changes to the privacy policy. If an update increases data collection or changes how your data is used, reconsider whether you want to continue using the app. Staying vigilant with updates helps you maintain control over your personal information. Voice assistants like smart speakers and virtual helpers often record and process your voice data. Review their privacy settings and disable features you don't need. Be cautious about what you say around these devices, as recordings can be used to train AI. Limiting your use of voice assistants reduces the risk of your conversations being stored and analyzed. Choose messaging apps that prioritize security and privacy. Look for features like end-to-end encryption, minimal data retention, and transparent privacy policies. Secure messaging apps help ensure your conversations aren't used to train AI or accessed by unauthorized parties. Data brokers collect and sell personal information to various companies, including those developing AI. Research if your data is being sold and use opt-out tools where available. Limiting the amount of information data brokers have about you reduces the risk of it being used for AI training. Some companies publish transparency reports detailing how they use data for AI training. Reviewing these reports can give you insight into their practices and help you decide if you want to use their services. Look for companies that are open about their data usage and provide clear information about how your data is handled. Public forums and discussion boards are often indexed and scraped for data. Avoid sharing personal information or sensitive details in these spaces. Use anonymous usernames and be cautious about what you post. Limiting your exposure on public forums helps protect your data from being used in AI training datasets. Clearing your browsing history, cookies, and cache helps reduce the amount of data available for collection. Set your browser to automatically clear data after each session, or do it manually on a regular basis. This simple habit can help protect your privacy and limit the data used for AI training. Photos can contain a lot of personal information, from location data to the people in the image. Before sharing photos online, remove metadata and consider who will have access. Some platforms use photos to train facial recognition AI, so be selective about where and how you share images. Companies have different policies on how long they keep your data. Review these policies and choose services that minimize data retention. The less time your data is stored, the lower the risk of it being used for AI training or exposed in a breach. Request deletion of old or unnecessary data whenever possible. Privacy laws and AI technologies are constantly evolving. Stay informed by following news outlets, blogs, and official announcements about data protection. Being aware of changes helps you adapt your strategies and maintain control over your personal information. Protecting your data is important, but encouraging friends and family to do the same amplifies the effect. Share tips and resources with your network and help others understand the risks of data misuse. A collective effort makes it harder for companies to exploit personal data for AI training. Protecting your personal data from being used to train AI requires a combination of awareness, proactive steps, and ongoing vigilance. By understanding the risks, using privacy tools, and exercising your legal rights, you can significantly reduce the chances of your data being misused. Remember, your privacy is valuable, and taking action today helps secure your information for the future. Stay informed, stay cautious, and empower yourself to control your digital footprint.